Anchors away, financial explorers. Are we facing a storm in the labor market?
Here's the scoop. Experts highlight alarming shifts. Americans are losing trust in job opportunities.
That's a tide we need to navigate carefully. How will retail trends affect market dynamics as Wall Street pulls back?
Let's get straight to the facts. Analysts predict gold could soar as China's recent policies ripple through global markets.
And if you're wondering how buyers are feeling amidst all this, well, we've got insightful summaries to paint that picture.
Welcome to Financial Insights in Minutes, where we provide time-saving highlights of the latest expert analyses.
But hold on tight. Up next, we dive into why everyone seems to be losing hope in their jobs. Stay tuned. Anchors away. Let's dive into the depths of consumer confidence in our labor market.
Here's the scoop. Experts highlight a disturbing trend. Americans are losing faith in the job market.
That's a tide we need to navigate carefully. What's causing this shift? So what's the main takeaway from the analysis?
The thesis is crystal clear. The slowing labor market has led to significant consumer pessimism, and this unease often precedes actual economic downturns.
Let's break down the key points, starting with consumer sentiment.
Experts note that confidence took a dive in September, driven by a perceived lack of hours and job opportunities.
What do analysts say about labor market dynamics?
They emphasize the critical factor: hiring, not firing, drives recessions. A prolonged hiring slowdown raises red flags.
And how about consumer spending?
August's spending figures were weak. People are tightening their belts, hinting at deeper economic woes.
Now, what predictions do experts make?
They predict unemployment could kick up to between 5 and 6%, reflecting the shifting consumer sentiment.
And if the hiring trend continues to wane?
Then we could be looking at a longer stretch of economic sluggishness that could fuel an uptick in layoffs.
What's the overall takeaway from this analysis?
The key takeaway is that the health of the labor market is crucial to economic stability, and right now, the signals are alarming.
What should we anticipate in the future job market?
With current consumer sentiments dipping, it's reasonable to expect significant shifts in the job market ahead.
But hold on, we're not done yet. Up next, we'll explore the intriguing topic of retail FOMO while Wall Street are selling.
Make sure to stay tuned for some great insights from FX Evolution on that topic.
Time to navigate through the waters of retail enthusiasm versus Wall Street selling.
Let's get straight to the facts. September has surprised many by showing signs of strength, but will October reverse the trend?
Right? It's like riding a wave. Will it crest or crash? What's the core thesis here? It sounds like a classic tug of war.
Exactly. Retail traders seem to be riding high on excitement, while institutional players are showing signs of caution, especially with looming job reports.
Let's discuss October. What's the consensus?
October has historically been a tricky month, especially with profit pulling and warnings of potential sell-offs.
Dark pools, huh? What do those transactions tell us?
They're significant. Those giant transactions could indicate that institutions are locking in profits ahead of anticipated volatility.
So, what's the sentiment like among consumers?
It's not great. As optimism drops, investors may become more cautious, especially as we approach those critical job reports.
What's the deal with margin debt?
A drop is actually promising. It suggests a more sustainable market, although it's crucial to stay vigilant.
What are the upcoming economic markers?
Non-farm payrolls are massive. If numbers come in lower than expected, expect market jitters.
What's the prediction landscape looking like?
If consumer sentiment continues to plummet, we could see a mild pullback as investors get jittery.
And how about the S&P?
It's going to be a roller coaster. Diverging strategies will lead to budding volatility.
To sum up, what do we need to keep an eye on?
Diverging behaviors pose questions for traders. The next moves depend heavily on economic data.
But hold on to your hats. Coming up next, we've got insights from Jeff Christian.
Trust me, you won't want to miss it as he dives deep into market indicators.
Anchors away as we explore a hot topic. How is China's massive stimulus reshaping global markets?
Here's the scoop. Recent economic maneuvers could profoundly impact the price of gold and silver.
That's some exciting forecast. What specifics can we dive into? So what's the big takeaway?
The core thesis revolves around high gold and silver prices, helped by China's stimulus and ongoing political tensions. Gold could surge towards $3,000.
Let's break down those key points. What did China just announce?
The big news is both rate cuts and lower reserve requirements. It's a bold move to tackle economic slumps.
What can investors expect in precious metals?
Investors are eyeing significant gains in both gold and silver.
What external factors should be on our radar?
Political dynamics are crucial. They might dictate market responses even more than the economy.
What predictions does the expert make?
He foresees a potential gold price spike due to ongoing geopolitical tensions.
How about silver's pathway in this scenario?
Expect silver to rise faster in the near term as market conditions evolve.
What are the key takeaways from today's insights?
Watch economic trends and political frameworks as they shape market conditions.
But wait, there's more. We're gearing up next for insights from Matt on buyers trapped. Markets still look weak.
You won't want to miss what he has in store.
Anchors away on our next insightful summary. Market swings have buyers feeling trapped. What's behind this bearish sentiment?
Here's the scoop. Recent data shows why buyers seem to be hitting a wall this week.
It sounds like a turbulent sea out there. Let's get ready to sail through those charts. So what's the core thesis from this discussion?
That's right. Monthly charts initially appeared bullish, but buyers are struggling, especially near all-time highs, suggesting a potential downturn ahead.
Moving forward, what key insights were shared about buyers near those all-time highs?
Things are heating up. Recent trading showed a lack of enthusiasm from buyers, indicating they've run out of steam just as they approached critical resistance levels.
And what was found regarding volume dynamics?
The numbers tell the story. Weak buying supports with lackluster volume against rising prices point to significant concerns ahead.
Was there a disparity in market internals?
Absolutely. Cumulative ticks show a warning sign, and bearish index scores suggest sellers are in the driver's seat.
All right, what predictions does the expert foresee based on current market conditions?
He's anticipating a potential downturn, especially if the upcoming labor report stirs up anxiety among traders. It's volatile waters ahead.
And how does the upcoming economic data play into this?
The labor report's outcomes are a crucial pivot point. If poor, it might signal deeper concerns for the economy that aren't being priced into the market.
So to wrap things up, what are the primary takeaways?
The market's current state indicates buyer exhaustion at pivotal highs. Investors should stay alert for possible downturns.
But hold on to your hats. Up next, we'll explore insights from Joel Salatin on Our Food is Killing Us. Regenerative farming fixes this.
Don't miss what Joel Salatin has in store for us on how farming practices could change the landscape.
Anchors away. Our next insightful summary dives deep into regenerative farming and its potential to revitalize our food systems.
Let's get straight to the facts. Joel Salatin emphasizes the need for a transformative approach to our current food system.
It sounds like we're charting a course for some exciting revelations. So what's the crux of Joel Salatin's message?
The core thesis revolves around the shocking statistic that it now takes 15 calories of energy to produce just 1 calorie of food. Salatin argues that regenerative farming practices can overturn this inefficiency and enhance food quality.
First up, what unique value does regenerative farming bring?
It fosters a healthier ecosystem, improving nutrient cycling, and reducing reliance on harmful chemical inputs. Salatin highlights this holistic approach as vital for long-term sustainability.
And what's the government's role in all of this?
Salatin outlines how existing regulations often obstruct small farmers from accessing markets, creating barriers that make it difficult for sustainable practices to flourish.
Now, on the taste side, how does this affect our meals?
Salatin supports that foods raised through sustainable means are packed with nutrients and possess superior flavor, quite the contrast to factory-farmed products.
As people become aware, what does Salatin predict for local farming?
He anticipates a spike in demand for local produce as more individuals grow their own food or turn to community-supported agriculture.
What changes could we see in legislature?
Salatin advocates for legislative reforms that recognize food as a basic human right, which could significantly bolster local farming efforts.
In summary, regenerative farming offers a lifeline to heal our food systems.
Absolutely. It's crucial that we embrace these practices to ensure a healthier planet and richer food quality.
What can listeners do to help?
Getting involved locally, supporting sustainable practices, and advocating for better food policies are all essential steps towards this transformation. To start, don't forget to check out Polyface Farms.
If you enjoyed this summary, consider liking and subscribing for more insightful content.
Every click helps us continue bringing you important discussions about our food systems and beyond.
Thanks for joining us as we delved into the thoughts of top financial minds concerning current market dynamics.
Absolutely. Jeff Snider underscored alarming trends in consumer confidence, especially in the labor market. And then we had FX Evolution highlighting the stark contrast between retail enthusiasm and Wall Street's reserve.
Indeed. Plus, Jeff Christian's insights on how China's stimulus could boost gold prices give us much to consider.
And let's not forget Matt's pointed observations that buyers feel cornered in this economic environment.
Finishing off on a hopeful note, Joel Salatin introduced us to the necessity of regenerative farming as a food system solution.
It's fascinating how these experts converge on key issues, yet maintain distinct perspectives.
For viewers looking to draw value from this analysis, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content.
We appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, keep exploring our channel for more expertise from the world of finance.